This next video is going to talk about how to embellish the background with some patterns, colors, or gradients. First of all, I want to introduce you to the paint bucket. The paint bucket tool will allow you to dump colors into a field. So the color that it's going to pick when it dumps the color is based on what the foreground color is set at. So if you look over here, this is the foreground color, and this is the background color. To change the foreground color, you just double click on it, and you can drag the cursor up and down the bar to pick a family of color. Let's say we want to do a red, and then you can go ahead and pick a very, very bright color in the top right, a tinted color in the top left, a shaded color in the bottom right, or a grayed color in the bottom left. So we're going to go very, very bright, and you can see that the foreground color changed here, and you can go ahead and just redump a new color in. So if you want to, you can change it around a little bit. You can go to change the options from the foreground color fill to a pattern fill. So when you come here, it gives you opacity, which makes it transparent or very not transparent. Tolerance is how much it's going to accept. But more importantly, if you click on this arrow over here, this will give you a bunch of patterns. Now this is just a certain library of default patterns. You can see here there's a lot of different kinds of patterns that you can use. So let's say that I'm interested in a pattern from the default library. Say I'm interested in something like this. And you go ahead and you can dump it into a solid color. And let's say that you like this color, you like the pattern, but you want to change the color. You can certainly do that. You can go up to Enhance, Adjust Color, and adjust hue saturation. The shortcut is hitting the Command button and the letter U at the same time. So what you can do is you can change the hue. Now, seeing as it's a gray picture already, there is no hue. So what you can do is you can colorize it. And by colorizing it, it adds a hue to it, and you can drag it around and pick whatever color you want. You can make it very, very saturated. You can make it dark. You can make it very light. So you can go ahead and pick the pattern, but then you can go ahead and change the color. The last thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to undo the pattern. I'm just going to give it back to white. The other thing you can do is you can go to this new tool called the Gradient tool. Now the Gradient tool will create sort of just that, a gradient. It'll go from one color to another. So you can see what I did here is I went to the gradient box here, and then you can pick different kinds of gradients. I can stretch this window out, and again there's defaults, there's different menus of different types of gradients. Now not only can you pick a gradient, you can also pick the type of gradient it is. I'm going to demonstrate. This is I'm set on a linear gradient. So if I drag a line, it's going to go from, it's going to look just like this, from the one color to the next, to the next, to the next. I'm going to set this to an easier one. This one is going from foreground to background. So if I wanted this to be going from red to white, I can certainly just use this one. Now let's say I wanted to change it from red to white to red to orange. I would double click on the background color, and I go ahead and I change the background color to an orange. So there's my gradient. That's a linear gradient. It goes from the first color to the second color. There's a radial gradient in which it goes like a circle, like a starburst. There is an angle gradient which goes around like that. goes around, I guess, around the circle. And this one is a reflective, so it goes from color A to color B, but then it goes back to color A. And this one is known as the diamond. It's similar to the radial gradient. Instead of a circle, it's a diamond. Okay, so you can pick which one you want. And you can also determine how far out it goes. So that's that. So you pick a solid color. You can go ahead and pick a gradient. You can go ahead and pick a pattern. So you're going to pick something for your background.